it's going to have a powerful effect on them. It may not end the dynamic, but it will have more of an effect that you want than constantly falling for their ploys and their games and getting emotionally sucked into their dramas.
Yeah, it's almost like you see the magic trick, right? Like you're seeing like the puppet strings.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, I'm gonna cut these strings off now. Like, and that's, like you're saying, it doesn't necessarily solve it, but that person's well aware now that that's not going to work on you.
Right.
And you're so right that reactivity we have with people, that it's like they want that drama. They seek that drama because that's what gives them their sense of significance. And so you're right that it may not stop that, but it definitely makes them think. And it definitely makes them check themselves and question.
They're used to getting away with things. They're used to people not seeing through them. And just repeat to yourself, toxic people do not announce themselves. They do not wear little horns on their head saying, I'm devilish or whatever. They disguise it. So a person who is overly charming on that first encounter, who's so nice, who's listening to you, who wants to help you and please you, that's not natural, because we've all developed the habit of being slightly wary of strangers. And I've learned through my consulting work and my own experience that person who's trying too hard on the first encounter, they're generally hiding something. They're generally conceding intentions that they don't want to give out, right? Their method of throwing dust in your eyes is to appear the opposite of what they are. And you're going to fall for that. So when people try too hard with one quality or reveal too much of a single quality, they're often concealing the opposite. So be aware of that as well.
Yeah, and that's what you're saying. Like, it's so hard to know whether someone is got an agenda or someone who's just truly nice. Like it becomes hard to suggest. I remember when there was someone I was building a relationship with, and I said to them, I was like, I just really got along with them. And they talk about this all the time now. And I said something like, I think we'd be really good friends. And they said that they'd never heard anyone say that to them because it just seems so like lame to some degree to say that to someone. But I've always lived that way. So I've always been someone who, like, I will tell you exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Right.
And I will, in that sense, not exactly what I'm thinking right now, but exactly what I'm feeling in a relationship. I've always enjoyed communicating because I saw people communicate so badly about who they wanted to be friends with and spend time with. I was just like, I want to tell this person that I want to spend time with them. And if they don't want to spend time with me, I want to hear it now too, because I don't want to go home thinking about, and that's how I was when I started dating. It was like, if I was attracted to someone, I would always tell them, because I actually preferred the failure than the idea of them not knowing and us missing out on an opportunity to have a relationship. So I guess my question is there a way of knowing if there's some sincerity or is that just an energetic, intuitive thing that comes with time?
This is why I have a chapter on nonverbal communication and the laws of human nature. We have an animal part of us, right? Where we feel certain things about people on that first encounter or second encounter that's not rational, that's intuitive. Mm-hmm. And then we don't trust it.
Yes.
Right? And often it happens in a microsecond, in a flash. You meet somebody and you sense a chemistry or something a little bit wrong, right? Okay. But with you, if I met somebody like you who seems very genuine and sincere and I can read it in your face and I feel it, I don't need to be wary. But particularly with women, dealing with men, because quite frankly, the more dangerous toxic type will be men.
Right. Got it.
Women will often have an intuition, a sense of something isn't quite right, but they don't trust it and they go on. But we all have that feeling. Trust it. And you could be wrong, but it doesn't hurt to be a little bit wary of someone. It doesn't mean if someone is being like you, friendly, I want to be your friend, that you have to go running away immediately.
Yeah.
It just means maybe there's an ulterior motive here.
Yes.
I'm reading body language that tells me no, that they're sincere. I can let down my guard, but there'll be a tiny percentage of me which in the days to come wants to see what's real.
If they truly, yes, which is fair.
Because there are people, like it's a common classic case of envy, where a person who is envious of you becomes your friend. That's where most envy relationships occur, is between friends, right? And they make a point of being your friend. They're very friendly. They love
Oh,
you. They want to
yes.
help you. They
Yes,
want to
yes, yes.
assist you. Wow, this is great, because we never get enough of that in life. And then 6 months down the road, they start turning against you, start doing things that completely confuse you. Now, probably in your first encounters, you could have detected something about them already. But people can be tricky. So, with you, I would kind of sense a complete sincerity, and I would let down my guard. But there are other people that you have to be a little bit wary of. It doesn't mean that you cut off contact, but you have a little bit of distance. And the moment you see behavior that kind of contradicts that initial
Yeah,
impression,
right.
whoa, all right. And maybe you don't become friends, you don't get involved with them.
Yeah.
Because getting involved with a person like that is going to cost you a lot in the end.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And that applies to business, love, relationships. And I've made mistakes because you fall in love too fast. In each scenario, you're moving so fast and so quick, and you're involved with someone before you even know it, and you never get a chance to say, "Oh, do I notice something, untoward about this person?" And
Yeah.
so, no, I'm with you.